We made this video in collaboration with our good friends at The Things. Stay tuned till the end of the video for a special message. As a child, we were loaded up with Lucky Charms, lounging in our PJs, and just looking for some laughs while watching Nickelodeon cartoons. As an adult, we're pretty much doing the same thing, but now we notice a lot of stuff we missed as kids. See the plot holes, bloopers, and major mistakes found in hit Nickelodeon shows like Rugrats, SpongeBob Squarepants, and Hey Arnold. Before you watch, click subscribe. You'll join our notification squad and be the first to know of new content. Can you guess which movie is represented by these emoji? Stay tuned at the end to find out.
This is your Bobby. This was her trowel. It's a little shovel for gardening.
Chucky's mom. Nickelodeon's Rugrats was filled with a lot of innocent adventures and fun, but one of the saddest elements was the death of Chucky's mother. Her passing was alluded to in several episodes and then hit head-on in the Mother's Day special, where viewers got to see flashbacks of the sad story. While Chucky's journey may be heartbreaking, it clearly wasn't always planned this way. In the first season of the Rugrats, there are multiple mentions of Chucky's mother, and they are both in the present tense. The first comes from Tommy's father, Stu. In the episode entitled Real or Robots, Chucky is put into a crib by Stu, who exclaims his mother and father will be picking him up in the morning. Proof of this is found in the Season 1 episode Barbecue Story. Several shots show Chaz at a family picnic, sitting next to a woman who looks an awful lot like Chucky. She has no speaking lines, but it was clearly intended to be his mother before the writers gave the anxious baby an even more depressing backstory.
I'm going to steal your soul!
SpongeBob's Bones. The quirky world of Bikini Bottom often presents a lot more questions than answers. Did Mr. Krabs adopt Pearl? What is the Krabby Patty secret formula? And even more tempting than peeking underneath the burger bun is taking a look at SpongeBob's insides. The sea sponge, or house sponge who lives in the sea, has revealed his unique insides over the years, but nothing has truly been consistent. For example, in multiple episodes, SpongeBob's skin is completely torn off to reveal a skeleton underneath. In the episode The Splinter, SpongeBob tries so hard to pull a splinter out, he completely tears his skin off to reveal a skeleton underneath. The complete opposite is seen in the SpongeBob Halloween special entitled Scaredy Pants. SpongeBob trims his sponge exterior to create a ghost costume, but takes things a little too far and reveals just a brain underneath his skin. There are times where SpongeBob is torn in multiple pieces, flattened down, or even changes his shape to fit unique situations. In those cases, he's pure sponge, and has even stated he is an invertebrate. The inconsistencies are obviously changed around to fit with the specific visuals. Just don't start using the show as a science lesson.
Hey look, Arnold's a bird!
Double the Helga, double the fun. Animated shows are typically on a limited budget, and a lot of times backgrounds and scenes are recycled. The quality is obviously a lot less than animated films, but episodes try to remain consistent and eliminate errors. Often, characters will change appearance only to have them appear completely normal a second later. In the case of Hey Arnold, one character is doing double duty in the same scene. The episode entitled Girl Trouble follows Helga as she tries to hide her true love for Arnold by essentially bullying him day in and day out. Several of the scenes take place at their local school. During a classroom scene, Helga goes to the pencil sharpener to talk to herself about Arnold and look at her secret pendant dedicated to him. When we flash back to the clueless Arnold, you can clearly see Helga sitting at her desk in the background. Another quick cut and she's still at the sharpener. Unless her crazed obsession with Arnold forced her to literally split her personality in two, the animators made a pretty big gaffe while trying to fill in some animation. The moment goes by quickly, but once you spot it, you cannot unsee the mistake.
You stopped your dad from winning that medal! Now you won't have the chance to, melt it with heat vision!
I'm never gonna suggest heat vision again, man!
Breaking the rules. When dealing with fairies, genies, and other magical creatures, nothing is ever as easy as it seems. There are always rules, guidelines, and specific criteria when it comes to making and granting wishes. This is no different on the classic Nicktoon, Fairly Odd Parents. When Timmy Turner uses his fairy godparents to make wishes, each one must follow the guidelines listed beneath a massive tome simply known as the rules. The rules basically state Timmy can't use his wishes to cause death, make people fall in love, or be used to win in competitive competitions. The latter rule was clearly broken in the episode entitled Father Time. In the cartoon, Timmy travels back in time to watch his father's big track meet when he was a boy in school. Seeing how his father lost, Timmy wants to change things for the better and decides to enter the race as his father. In an effort to win, Timmy uses magic to prevent other racers from crossing the finish line. The use of this magic is in clear violation of the rules, but no mention is made of it from the fairies or their leader, Jorgen von Strangle. Maybe the time-traveling loophole helped Timmy get away with his illegal use of magic?
Are you okay? More rocks! Watch out!
Tommy the Thief. As a sequel to the Rugrats, All Grown Up was interesting, but many fans felt the series lost the charm of the original. Watching the show as a standalone series is a lot better as you can remove yourself from the great memories of the past. All Grown Up actually has a lot of fun episodes, including one entitled Thief Encounter. In the episode, someone has been stealing random items around the neighborhood. Midway through, we discover the thief is actually Tommy Pickles, but he is committing his criminal acts while sleepwalking. Eventually, the characters determine his sleepwalking and theft is stress-induced due to an upcoming test. Once the test passes, Tommy returns back to his normal state. But is there more to it than this, or did the writers make a mistake? Early in the episode, a lawn ornament is stolen by Tommy, but this act occurs before the test was even announced. Did the test give Tommy the perfect alibi to commit his crimes, or was it just a small mistake? Maybe if there's another spin-off with adult characters, we will get the answers we're seeking. Hopefully, the brave and adventurous Tommy Pickles hasn't turned into a professional burglar.
No, I can't go to the Krusty Krab, but I can play Krusty Krab.
SpongeBob's age. One of the more debated things from SpongeBob Squarepants is determining the age of the sponge. Just don't go looking to episodes of the show for any clear answers because there have been numerous inconsistencies over the years. We'll try to break it down anyway. SpongeBob acts around 8 years old, still loves grandma's cookies, and one of his favorite hobbies is playing with bubbles. On the other hand, he lives on his own, holds a steady job, and is constantly trying to get his boating license. In one episode, SpongeBob's driver's license lists the character being born in 1986. As of 2018, this would make him 32 years old. But this all depends on the actual years the show takes place. If it's set in the future, SpongeBob could be much older. If it's set in the past, then he's much younger. In the SpongeBob Squarepants movie, he brags about winning the Krusty Krab Employee of the Month award for 374 consecutive months. This would mean he was working at the Krusty Krab for 31 years. If he started as early as 16, then he would be over 47 years old at that point. Even if we do get an answer in future episodes, the actual age could shift just a few episodes later.
I swear I whiffed a fairy.
Timmy Turner's bathroom. The main reason Timmy Turner got godparents in the first place was because of the troubles in his life. His parents neglected him, and the babysitter he had was downright evil. While some aspects of his life were in the dumps, he had one thing every kid wishes they had: his own bathroom. Several episodes of The Fairly Odd Parents showcased Timmy's own bathroom suite connected right to his room. He could bathe and use the toilet within just feet of his room, giving him the ultimate luxury. There's only one problem. Sometimes the bathroom would just disappear. Shots of Timmy's room were often used for the show, and you could clearly see a bathroom door a majority of the time. One of the more prominent uses of the room was for the episode CosmoCon, where the whole bathroom was used to host a secret fairy convention. In some cases, the bathroom would just disappear and be completely eliminated from the room. The use of the bathroom clearly depended on whether it was needed as a plot device or not. Poor Timmy would have to use the general bathroom in the home when one wasn't properly drawn in for him.
2, please. Thank you. Here's your...
1, please. Thank you. Come on, Doug, we'll be late.
But I...
Doug's mysterious flashback. The very first episode of Nick's Doug follows the character as he and his family move to the town of Bluffington after his father receives a job promotion. He anxiously meets his neighbors, attends school, and makes friends with Skeeter. All is great for Doug as he experiences the town for the first time. While the pilot helps set up the rest of the series, some of the show's creators clearly forgot Doug has not lived in Bluffington his whole life. The writers made a major mistake in the episode, Doug is Hamburger Boy. In the story, Doug and Skeeter reflect on past summers where they would hang out at Honkerburger and see the Hamburger Boy. They both got extremely excited every time they saw it, and this tradition seemed to last for multiple years. History was pretty much rewritten because there is no way Doug and Skeeter were hanging out in those past summers. The timeline doesn't even fit to include Doug's first summer in Bluffington. It may seem like a small mistake, but the timeline changes take away from the episode and can distract you from fully enjoying the show. We get that Doug can make up characters like Quail Man, but come on, don't rewrite history.
Are we done yet? You really gotta tighten up your stories.
His name is Sheen.
You Sheen, the one and only.
Planet Sheen. After multiple seasons of The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron aired on Nickelodeon, a spin-off was ordered entitled Planet Sheen. In the show, Jimmy's former sidekick Sheen comes front and center as he gets blasted off to space and lands on a planet far away. The show was a far cry from the original and was quickly canned after only 26 episodes. Besides losing the cleverness and creativity of the original, Planet Sheen felt like a big mistake from the start. The whole premise of the show has a lot of plot holes and doesn't really make sense when compared to Jimmy Neutron. In the pilot episode, Sheen accidentally takes one of Jimmy's rockets and flies it to the faraway planet where he becomes stranded. At no time during the whole series does anyone try to locate Sheen or come into contact with him. Jimmy would clearly have some type of GPS or tracking on his rocket, and this is not the first time Neutron has ventured out into space. The whole Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius movie was about space travels, and Neutron has a clear knowledge to locate and find his friend. Even though it's just a cartoon, everything on Planet Sheen just felt forced when there were clear solutions to problems.
Well, I guess Donny's mysterious past will remain just that. Mysterious.
Donny learns to speak. In the Wild Thornberries, Eliza has the ability to talk to animals. Throughout multiple seasons, she is able to communicate with animals of all kinds, translating languages and having some pretty deep conversations. In the film Rugrats Go Wild, Eliza even has the ability to talk to the Rugrats babies and Spike the dog. Even though all of this is possible, there's one person she can never speak to, her adopted brother, Donny. Donny spews out babbles, makes random noises, and sometimes even uses French words. If Eliza can talk to all kinds of apes and primates, then why can't she communicate with her own brother? Over the years, his language skills would have at least adapted a little bit. He would learn basic words and have some form of communication. Donny knows some sign language and can clearly understand things when he is told them. And the parents could have at least tried to teach the poor boy a few words here and there. For a show about talking animals, it's a pretty big mistake to ignore the one character who could easily learn human languages. In the end, it's just a cartoon, and perfectly okay not to let the mistake bug you while watching every single episode.
We must gather the rest of our family. We'll join you soon.
If you see Donny,
I'll send him your way.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to check out 10 animation mistakes in Nickelodeon shows only true fans noticed by our friends at The Things. Make sure to like their video and subscribe to their channel, and let them know in the comments that Screen Rant sent you. Oh yeah, and the answer to our emoji quiz is, thanks for watching.